So not fully surprised to see it picked up, but it's definitely something where I was looking at the Ari going, okay, you've got a ton of movement and mobility on SK Gaming. We're going to be, actually going to try and slip in towards mid here.
Well, because they saw Spyro leave the lane, so they know he's warded that blue side somewhere. They don't know exactly where. Spyro does have the flash, doesn't use it yet. Seismically shoves Isma back, but he just flash follows! And Isma gets the kill!
That was beautifully done. I thought that...
Wonder here, trying to make it difficult for him to stay around the wave. Wonder does still have that teleport to TP back to the lane after recalling.
Also has to be very careful about going for those
top side right now. Is that dragon up if either one does decide what side a little bit more impactful for them. Isma jumps into the pit, not yet seen. Niski caught out though, knocked back with a seismic shove, trying to get to the satchel charge, but it only rockets him in to the rest of Heretics. A grub stolen away by SK means there'll be no...
You've got Flacket who's covering mid, and that potential answer from SK to the Rift Herald take isn't there, although Isma looking for the steal.
I mean, the problem is, Rahel and Luon have moved up first here. The Rift Herald's going to reset, so no smite comes down, and Jankos is isolated. Heretics looked to stop the play in the bot lane, but didn't quickly enough move up to the top side to actually defend the Rift Herald take.
That was actually a really smart play from SK, pulling so many people towards the bot side and then immediately recognizing that Heretics wouldn't be able to defend the Herald. And even if they wanted to try, well, Wonder was still stuck in bot lane without TP available, while Irrelevant had recalled and was moving towards the fight. So again, you spoke about it before, the macro coming out of SK being one of the big differences in Game 1, and it just showed here big time.
And then they can potentially keep pushing on towards his top side. Don't forget, well, I was about to say Satchel Charge can do work on the tower, but he uses the Boops Pyro instead, who's able to clear out the wave. But I think this is where it does get a little bit dangerous, as if SK start to get this tempo advantage and you can overforce with multiple members on towards the side lane, you can take towers very quickly. But Trimby sitting up there with Spyro at the moment, trying to see if they can fish out where Niski is.
That's that empowered recall from the Rift Herald. Spyro going to be satcheled against the wall. Seraphs comes up. Niski puts down the explosive minefield and flashes for it. Knocked back with the seismic shove now. Luon joining the party. The Mega Inferno Bomb doesn't connect. The Magnet Storm does, and Spyro will fall to the magnetic power of Luon.
Niski just about able to get the help of Luon there to finish off the kill. I thought the locket from Trimby was going to be enough to keep him alive, including the heal, but just not quite. And now Irrelevant forcing multiple members of Heretics to respond to him, but it means now Jankos, he's alone under turret with just Isma. I don't think SK realized that Wonder has reset, so they're just going to back away. But Niski, here's the satchel charge play.
Oh! That was shit, Niski.
Good.
Pass a reset, yeah?
No! Don't you dare try and excuse that! The only way it could get worse is if he TP's back to top lane now to try and take the tower.
That was a relatable moment if I've ever seen one. We all know the feeling of that happening to ourselves in solo queue, but even the pros can make mistakes.
I thought watching England play football would be the most disappointed I was this week, but Niski's topped it somehow. As Irrelevant caught out, does have the Mega Nart on its way. Flacker jumping in, Nart into the wall. Irrelevant, no flash, no way out. And Heretics will get a kill. Meanwhile, in the top lane, oh, it was all to bait Wonder! It was all to bait Wonder to defend the tower, I'm sure, as SK get another. A 1-for-1 trade across the map. The tower goes over to SK in the end.
This was actually a really smart play.
I think it's League of Legends, but I'm not quite sure at times. 1,000 gold lead for SK. Third Dragon, though, for Heretics, as the resets came out from SK after taking that top lane tier 1 and not able to get back out onto the map in time. The Satchel Charge with the Rift Herald charge will take down the mid tier 1. But SK get their third Drake on the board, an Ocean Soul on the horizon for them. As Jankos will get the smite. SK now retreating from Heretics, who have 5 members around the mid lane.
So have to be careful though, because you can see where Relevant is positioned on the map. Talon strike.
Oh no.
Give me his face. I need to see, please tell me you have his face, yes.
But for now, Heretics still very much in this game. 2,000 gold to lead for SK, and Wonder, the target once again, tries to get away, dashes, the Magnet Storm not in range, and Trimby's here in time. TP now in by SK as they look to try and collapse on the fight. First fall is Isma. Relevant joins, but no Mega Nart for him. They just couldn't quite catch out Wonder, couldn't stop him from hookshot and wall diving away. Luon goes back in, but now it's a 5v3 in favor of Team Heretics. SK have to retreat.
Heretics are low though, so SK you can see considering going back in onto the play, but nicely done by Wonder. Oh, there it is.
Finds him. But Wonder can trade with the Kaiser right now. The seismic shot flashed away. Wonder hookshot wall dives again. Niski looking to satchel himself forward, and there's no tower to take him down. Heretics now collapsing as Trimby dives onto Irrelevant. Yankos coming in from the side as well, and once again, Niski falls in almost the same spot. Rahel the next target, and SK thought they'd found someone on their lonesome, but Heretics immediately react.
And this was fantastic from Heretics. Of course, SK being slightly over-aggressive and taking fights when they shouldn't, being outnumbered.
The Heretics run back up river to catch out SK after they get that one pick on Wonder.
Niski has the flash, Isma here, Wonder's going to jump on him first. Hexagold made him a possibility just to lock up that Vi. He goes in, Vault Breaker back. Mega Inferno Bomb not going to do too much as Heretics get their 7th. The second for Blackhead on this Zeri, 2.5 items already. Out of Niski, and immediately they'll start it up. Wonder looking for that flank position. Isma trying to mark him. Heretics force back a little bit. Wonder jumps back into the pit. Irrelevant almost up to Mega Gnar. Needs a couple more autos. There's the Magnet Storm in. The Weaver's all coming out already. Niski's already killed off Wonder, but it's an absolute Barney in the pit as Blackhead falls low. SK! It's beautiful! It's a work of art! Picasso has painted it for them. A 5-0 in a fight that was fraught with danger.
This is so massive for the likes of SK. Not only do they get the ace and deny the soul point from Heretics, but they get what? Tier 1, they get Baron. There's a TP coming in looking for Niski, however, so he might have to...
Has a needlessly large rod, and I had to join it. Seems like the right choice. Tier 2 in the top lane already fallen. 2,000 gold off the Baron power play so far. Wonder split pushing, but it's going to take him a lot longer to take down these towers than SK.
Oh, flag.
Well, SK. Oh, stopwatch. Isma went in. Zvyro flashes away. There's another turret falling. Wonder will be able to take one. Flackett, very low on HP, but able to survive for now. Force back to the base. The one going in. Look at the damage, the short fuse, the satchel. SK will take the turret quickly. Wonder's going to do the same in that bottom lane, but SK have 2 lanes to push through. Irrelevant's got back, will defend the inhib, goes into the Mega. SK will back away before they take any of these inhibitors. 2.5 minutes still on the Drake, maybe trying to collapse onto Wonder here, who does still have the flash, but very important they deny the soul from Heretics. We've already extolled the virtues of an Ocean Soul against a team that is playing around the poke. Irrelevant's going to match Wonder in the top lane though, so Heretics unable to take anything on the cross map. And it looks like Luon was able to keep the rest of Heretics away from the mid lane turret.
Quick reaction here from SK, realizing that Heretics were quickly taking an opportunity to play topside and establish Baron Vision, but SK realizing that the tier 2 is still up for them to take, and now, because their opposition moved into the topside jungle, this objective, or this turret rather, is completely free.
More gold in the back pockets, but step back and not trading with Wonder as aggressively as he was. Zvyro's going to stay down towards that bottom side. They're going for the inhibitor over the Baron. They can TP back in here, but of course Irrelevant can try and stop them if he can get that Mega Gnar back. Baron down to 4,000. Niski flashing away towards the top side, uses the blast cone, Glacial Fissure into the pit, but SK already got the Baron. Now Irrelevant trying to deal with 2 members of SK and able to with Heretics. Luon going in though, that's so much damage as Niski hits the Mega Inferno Bomb. 2 already. Trimby will be 3rd. Irrelevant able to survive versus Zvyro and Wonder, and you have to think it's all but over.
It's such a difficult position for Heretics to be in at this point, because they know they're not going to be able to win a team fight around Baron, and while the play that they went for was almost destined to fail, I think getting creative was really the only way they could get out of this one alive, and it didn't work, but at least they tried something, and ultimately SK is just way too dominant in all these team fights, and the One Dragon just ended the game instantly.
SK continue their winning ways. They beat Heretics 2